Qué bonito está el cielo que a mí me tapa. Y esa brisa y siempre que entra por la casa.
Szen Cobb has been making waves with his impressive performances this season. All eyes on the young phenom and his tremendous potential. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming at you right after the break. One down. Szen Cobb will hit next.
Oriole Park, still one of the most beautiful ballparks in all of baseball. I can't say another franchise does it better than Baltimore. The opening day ceremony, the players come in from the outfield through the center field wall, long orange carpet, so many fans here.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He beats the throw, and they don't get the out. That signature warehouse in right field as well. You talk about knowing where you are, a sense of place. I mean, who could forget Griffey hitting the ball off the warehouse in the home run derby? But always when shots are framed, you see that building, you know exactly where you are. Oriole Park. Runner on the go. There's a ball. Throw, and they got him.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss at one above the zone.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs. Get deeper in the count. Try to climb the ladder.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly nothing at 2. Cobb wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. Still 2 challenges left for them. 2 on, 2 outs.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The count 2-1. Went with the sweeper for the strike. Two on the way. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Sets him down looking. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. We head down to the home half of inning. Cobb starts it off with a lead. Looking to play add-on, not just maintenance, Singy.
Yeah, partner, when you've got momentum, you ride it.
Well, these Phillies doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers say they've only chased at pitches outside.
Oh, great stop to first, and they get the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
So 2 on with 2 away. Here's the center fielder, Szen Cobb. 1 for 3. Out towards right center field. Cowser should have this one. And that is that. Nacho Alvarez Jr., the next to hit for the Orioles. Now the 0-1. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Cobb, long run. Stretches out and hauls it in. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So bases all loaded up. Cobb, the next to hit.
Cobb.
Can't get there in time, and that should bring in a pair. One run is in. Another comes in to score. Here comes Bohm around third. Relay throw home. He's safe. And they clear the bases. And the lead continues to grow. There comes a skipper out of the dugout, and one out, runner at second. Rafael Marchand stands in for the Phillies. And first offering is fouled off. Now fly ball to right center. Beavers settles under this one. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. Bottom nine. Here's the Orioles' leadoff hitter, Tyler O'Neill. This one in the air, center field. And there's one down. Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. Jordan Westburg now at the plate. The 0-2. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's 11-1. Safely into third. It's an RBI triple. Cobb had a good day at the office. Knocked in 3 runs for them.
Strong individual day, a team win. What's not to like? This is a game he can feel really good about.
So 2 down. Here's Tyler O'Neill.
Number 9, Tyler O'Neill.
That's towards center. Cobb on the move. And he makes the catch. And that will end the inning. Back here in Baltimore. And now for the Phillies, Szen Cobb.
Ball, that's inside. Aye.
Ground ball up the middle. Henderson. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Bottom of the inning. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Colton Cowser. This one in the air, center field. Cobb settles underneath it. And a quick out, number 1. One out, man at first. Here's the third baseman, Nacho Alvarez Jr. The 1-2. In the air, center field. Cobb gets there. He's under it. 2 away down. Line drive. He brings it down. Nice play.
Up next for Philadelphia.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Jackson Holliday digs in now. 2 down, nobody on. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Brings it in. That is the inning. He continues to roll on the mound. Bottom of the 6th inning. Stepping in, Gunnar Henderson. Here's a 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double.
Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder, number 55, Szen Cobb.
Bautista, known as a guy with pretty lights out type stuff, racks up the strikeouts, but the command at times can elude him. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, and a manager in a situation like this type of pitcher has to stay alert and ready. He's got to make sure he's watching from pitch to pitch, hitter to hitter, to quickly get another reliever up in the bullpen if he needs to bring someone in.
The 2-1. And that lack of command, that's usually one of the things that leads guys to be converted from starter to reliever.
Yeah, and it's such a short stint when you compare the two roles, starting and relieving. You hope that guy can find strike one right away when he comes in.
Gets it to first. That's out number 2. Cobb had a rough go of it in this game.
They got the win, but it sure wasn't because of him. He needs to wash this one off in the shower and do better the next time out.
Back now at Oriole Park. We head to the bottom of the second. Blaze Alexander getting ready to hit. Payoff pitch. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Batting 6. The right field.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Fouled off. He was late. Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence it's such a higher level for the.
And that one gets away at the plate. And now a man into scoring position. That one outside.
That's a ball.
Ball 2.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Severino checks the runner. Cobb dives back in safely. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Right through there for a strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
That misses the zone. And now it's 3-2. Base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Love how he just kept it simple there. Didn't come out of his mechanics. Nice tight swing, hard hit ball.
Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder, number 55, Szen Cobb.
On a line out towards center. Alexander has a beat on it, and that'll do it. So a man at first. Here's the catcher. This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Phillies 3 and the Orioles nothing. No outs, runners at first and second.
You know, these Phils doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
The Phils trying to break this one open here in the top half of inning number 7. In for a strike. 2-2. Thompson, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Out towards right center field. And there's one down.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Cobb in the box here, lets that one go for a ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2 on, 2 outs. And a strike on the outside edge.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
And now 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 2-2. Back up the. Oh, that got him. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. 2 outs. Bases full. Kyle Schwarber, the next to hit.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Oh, and this one gets away. But all the runners hold. All loaded up, and we're in the top of the 8th. The 1-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Inning over. Orioles an out away. Vidal Brujan, the next to hit for the Orioles. Cruz is just 1 strike away. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of
Cobb with some solid production in the win.
Well, you'll never complain about getting a team win, Boog, but I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Szen Cobb has been making waves with his impressive performances this season. All eyes on the young phenom and his tremendous potential. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming your way next. Szen Cobb will hit next. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. On the ground to second, might be two. Here's Ortiz for one. Over to first, safe.
Up next for the Phillies.
One out man at first. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. This guy with light tower power. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on them and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
The Phillies looking to strike first here in the last half of the third.
That's a ball.
The Phils would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes.
Still a couple of months to go, Boog, but there's definitely a little more energy and pressure around each game right now. A win here would be a nice shot of momentum.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Man at second.
That's a ball.
Still tied at 0. Last of the third. That one misses. 3-2 now. Stays alive. Pickoff move to second, and he dives back in safely. The Phillies with a chance to score first here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Runner on the go again. Now there's a bullet down the line, and foul ball. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The other way, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. Safe, and it's 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
So 2 down. Next for the Brewers, Ryan McMahon. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. And it's even better when it gets you extra bases. Love looking in at your dugout and seeing the guys fired up.
2 down, nobody on. Cobb recently earned Rookie of the Month honors. Right side, Terang.
Get here.
Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Here's Reese McGuire. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. This is Bryce Terang. This one in the air, center field. Cobb has a beat on it, and that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him. First and second, 2 outs. Andrew Vaughn now.
Andrew Vaughn.
2 on, 2 outs. Flares it into the outfield. And that's a base hit. They're waving McMahon home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2. And the batter now is Reese McGuire. Here's a 1-2. Line drive, base hit. Runner around third. And now they trail by 1. The relay. In there. He's safe. It's 3-3.
Well, we're starting over. 2 RBIs with that swing, and this one is tied. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
1 away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. This one in the air. Ortiz drifts towards it. And there's 2 away. Cobb stepping in. This is why you lift all those weights, singing. One swing could send everybody home.
Yeah, and he's shown the ability to deliver in moments just like this. All eyes on the batter's box. Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
The 1-0. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Mitchell fires it in as the tying run is forced to stop at second. Big spot here. Bottom of the 9th. Down to their final out. And here's the slugger who starts at DH. Kyle Schwarber.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
The Brewers trying to close out a 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In-time ball game, and the strikeout ends it. Cobb had a good day at the office, even in defeat.
Not his best showing, but I hope he isn't too self-critical after they took the loss. Some things to build on in this game.
Here's Ryan McMahon now.
The third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
2 down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. So they go quietly. Cobb steps in, 2 outs and a to-do list. Start a rally and save the inning.
Tall order, Boog, but he might just have that clutch gene in his DNA.
Pulls that one foul. Line drive, and that's base hit out into center field.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Kind of got it off the end of the bat as he punched up the middle there. Maybe pulled off that outside pitch just a little bit, but he stayed on it long enough to get something on it.
Schwarber batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Well, I think that pitch surprised.
Now a quick throw to first. Cobb back on a dive. Here goes the runner. Pitch inside. Throw to second, and he's safe.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets in the scoring position.
Outside low, ball two. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And Schwarber strikes out.
Well, needed a big strikeout.
1 down. Next for Milwaukee, Blake Perkins. And now it's 1-2. In the air, out towards left center. And there's 2 away. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. This is Bryce Terang. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Grounded to third. Could be 2. Over to Terang. 1. On to Vaughn. 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Up next for the Phillies, the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber. Up next for the Phillies, the center fielder, number 55, Szen Cobb.
Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. First and second, 1 out. Here's Reese McGuire. 2 on, 1 out. Out towards right center field. Cobb should have this one. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Blake Perkins. The 0-2. This one in the air, center field. And that's the 3rd out. Brewers strand a couple. Cobb with an okay game in the loss.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall for him in the loss.
So 2 down. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. Line and a base hit into right. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
In the air, right field, Chourio moving under it, and that is that. So 2 down, and now Jackson Chourio. This one in the air, center field. Cobb settles under it, And that'll do it. Nobody left for Milwaukee. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And they have their first hit since the second inning.
Atta boy, great job. Way to get on, baby.
Here's the shortstop at the plate.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Here's the pitch, run around the curve, strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Gets it to first. Nice play off the bounce for the out. So the Philly batting order turns over. Stepping in the long ball threat, Kyle Schwarber. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. On the ground right side,
foul.
and it goes just foul. Man on second, 2 down. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. He continues. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. 2 down, nobody on. That's towards center. Cobb gets under it. And that'll do it. Cobb steps in. Pitcher's been gliding through this lineup, barely breaking a sweat.
Yeah, it's time to put the brakes on that cruise control. Just have to stay patient, wait for a pitch in the zone, and drive it.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Base knock center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Phillies.
Now it's the shortstop. Run around the move. Pitch is high. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw.
Easy swipe a second right there with no throw down. It looks like they're very focused on this hitter at the plate. I'm not sure if that'll be a defensive indifference or a stolen base, but here's a chance to drive in a run.
Man at second. Line drive. Oh, he can't hang on. Coming home. He beats the throw, and that leaves him with runners at first and third after a tricky play. So back to the top of the order. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Sliced hard but foul. Two on, 2 outs. Swinging a foul straight back. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2.
Ball, that's out.
Just missed.
Ball 3.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Bryce Harper waiting for a turn at the plate. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Up the middle, and a base hit knocks in a run. Cobb digs in. It's getting late, Singy. They're trailing, but traffic on the bases gives them a shot.
Yeah, it's all about cashing in now. Can't afford to leave those runs out there.
And that one ripped into right. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. One run across. Here comes Bohm around third. In to score from first. Here's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. Through 8 full, it's the Brewers 9 and the Phillies 4. So 2 down. Andrew Vaughn now.
The first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
The 3-1. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Cobb under it. And that is that. Gone in order. Cobb made a big contribution despite the loss. 2 runs batted in on 4 hits. Some impressive work.
No question, he was a big contributor for him here. Fantastic effort at the plate, even in defeat.
Someone called a paramedic, I'm on fire. We don't get this together, then we all die. They ain't feeling sympathetic for the small guy. I don't think I'ma regret it when the cars fly. Ain't nothing really like it used to. Wake the neighbors up like a rooster. It's a booster, help me see the future. I believe in karma, so let's do some. I know you cooped up. I know that LA running, I'll call a Uber. I know that LA weather got you confused, but when you walk in my house, pick your shoes up. I let my chain swing. I'm on a 101, my we're doing the same thing. I need a 101 on how I'm supposed to maintain. I need a lane change. Wait, it's all good. Credit, I make you come and get it. All kings either get rings or all things are either rich or indebted. What's the cost of me running out of options? If I don't get deposit, there won't be nothing positive from it. You could play your life in the sky till you plummet. With the ice in your eye, can you rise to the summit? She gon' put it right outside when I want it. I be thinking about the last time that she done it. Can't be having nothing on your mind when I'm on it. You be making sunrise like a morning. I'm trying to get tongue-tied with you more often. It's a vibe when I'm honest. Can't be looking at life through a closed off lens. It's all good.